Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with the bull. We about to talk that talk. Yes. Is the process done? As a Philadelphia 76er fan, a lot of people ask, is the process done? When did the process really start? Did it start when we started tanking for multiple seasons to try to get the first overall pick, to try to get all-time greats like Magic Johnson, trying to get all-time greats like Michael Jordan? When did the process really start? And the answer to that, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, the process has started in 1983. After we won the championship in 1983, that great team that had Maurice Cheeks the Great, that had Julius Erving the Great, that had Andrew Toney the Great, had one of the best of all time, Moses Malone, that was the MVP of the finals. We haven't been the same. Bobby Jones, Clint Richardson, one of the best coaches of all time, Billy Cunningham. We haven't been the same. We swept the Lakers. In 1983, we beat some players like Magic Johnson, Kareem, Norm Nixon, James Worthy. We beat this team in 1983. But ever since we won, we've been losing ever since. That's when the process started. We won, and then ever since then, we started to lose year after year after year. We beat this team. The 76ers beat this great Lakers team in 4 games. Julius Erving, in the last 59 seconds, hit that dagger of a 3 to keep the Philadelphia 76ers on top to win that championship. They swept the Lakers in 1983, and ever since then, we haven't been the same. We've been thinking that, oh, the process is dead. The process started when they started drafting players like Michael Carter Williams. No, I truly feel, in my opinion, the process has started in 1983. The process, when we drafted Michael Carter Williams, our record was 19-63. They literally told us to tank, to try to get a whole bunch of first-round picks, just hoping to get all-time greats. We drafted Michael Carter Williams. Just to name a couple of things, we drafted Evan Turner. We traded Drew Holiday for Nerlens Noel. We hired, I'm sweating right now. It's hot up in this piece. I ain't gonna lie. It's hot. If you can tell that I'm sweating, can you please tell the air conditioner to work a little bit better? But anyway, let me get back to the video. We hired Brett Brown, thinking he would be Greg Pop. I'm thinking he's going to learn, so he learned some things from Greg Pop, and he was nowhere close to Greg Pop. Nowhere close. We had Spencer Hawes. In 2014, our record was 18-64. Joel Embiid, we drafted in 2014. Let me repeat myself. 2014, we were 18-64. Just think about that. We just kept on losing just to try to get high picks, and nothing really planned out besides 2 picks. So we drafted Joel Embiid 3rd overall, and we probably would have never drafted him if he wasn't hurt. Isn't that kind of like a common thing, unfortunately, with the MVP of the regular season, Joel Embiid? In 2015, back-to-back years, we drafted Jahlil Okafor. Guess what pick he was drafted? 3rd overall, just like Joel Embiid. That same year, we drafted Rashawn Holmes. 2016. Y'all know what I'm about to say about 2016, right? And I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to make it more than what it is. But at the same time, we drafted Ben Simmons. We drafted Ben Simmons. Ain't that something? We tanked all these years on purpose just to draft players first overall to trade up for a player like Ben Simmons. Not even just that. That same draft, we got Korkmaz. Now, think about that. After that, that's not even the end of it, y'all. We drafted Markelle Fultz first overall. We traded up for Markelle Fultz. I meant to say. We didn't trade up for Ben Simmons. We had the first overall pick. But we traded up for Markelle Fultz when we could have drafted Jason Tatum. It's thundering outside, so if y'all hear the thundering, it's because the weather's getting bad outside. Plus, you know what I mean? But, yes. And then things started to turn around in 2020, y'all. Things started to turn around. Hold on. Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. Thank you for vibing with the bull. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and that like button. But in 2020, Maxey was drafted in the first round, the 21st overall pick. But to say all this, I'm saying all this because the process didn't start from when we started tanking, y'all. We've been losing since after that championship in 1983, we've been losing ever since. That's when the process started. I'm not blaming all this on the time frame of when we had Joel Embiid. People say the process is dead. No, the process, honestly, has been the same since we was last champions. That's the last time we won. And until we win again, we're going to be still saying the same thing. The process hasn't ended. It just began about 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We need to win. And that's why I am optimistic about the next season and the next season, because I'm trying to win. Once we get rid of Joel Embiid, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, we're going to really be in that rebuilding stage. We're going to be really rebuilding. And it's going to suck because going back to the 2001 finals and with Allen Iverson going against that Lakers team, him versus everybody, because there was no other player on that team. No disrespect to the 76ers team besides Allen Iverson. He was the only one that was going to give you a 30-piece nugget any given day, 40 points. Nobody else could really help him consistently. That team was just literally built. Allen Iverson, you score all the points, and everybody else is going to play defense and hit an occasional three. That's not going to win against the Lakers in 2001. But yes, in my opinion, the process has just began. In my opinion, the process is not done. And to answer the question of the video, when did the process really start? It started after we won in 1983. Let me get back to that 1983 championship team with Julius Erving, Maurice Cheeks, Andrew Toney, Moses Malone, Clint Robinson, Bobby Jones. When they beat the Lakers, they swept them, right? The MVP of the finals was the great Moses Malone. Joel Embiid, you need to go look at that finals. You need to go watch how he dominated the Lakers, how he beat Kareem, how he dominated Magic, how he dominated the Lakers to become MVP of the finals. Joel Embiid, you are the best player on the Philadelphia 76ers. You are the best player since Allen Iverson. You need to show up when it counts the most. And when it counts the most is in the playoffs and then in the finals. I care about the regular season to a certain extent to get your chemistry, get your team chemistry together. But all that should be good when the playoffs happens. When the playoffs come around, that's when you dominate. It's okay to be the MVP of the regular season, but when it counts the most, the real MVP dominates in the playoffs and especially in the finals. Do you want to be an all-time great, Joel Embiid? Or do you just want to get you want to just be the scoring champion and be the regular season MVP? That's the true question, because you're a great player. I'm not one of the 76er fans that want to trade Joel Embiid. I want to keep him until he requests a trade, because I'm not getting rid of him. I will want him to retire a Philadelphia 76er. It is not his fault that we cannot draft right. It is not his fault that we got rid of Jimmy Butler way too early. It is not his fault that we had coaches like Brett Brown and Doc Rivers catering to a player that wouldn't shoot the basketball, that didn't have that mentality to win and run a half-court offense, to run a pick and roll, didn't work on his game in the offseason, didn't work on his free throw shooting. It was getting to the point where it was hack-a-bin, not hack-a-shack, it was hack-a-bin. That's embarrassing. You like how I rhyme with that? I didn't even mean to rhyme, but I'm just talking my talk. I have to talk my talk. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, let me know, when did the process officially start? Did it start when we started staking up the joint, purposely losing for years? I think it started in 2013. Or did it start after we won in 1983? Because we haven't won since. That's how I'm thinking. The process will officially end when we win again. And then it will begin again. And it'll just keep going and going. That's how the cycle will keep continuing, because I want a dynasty. I want to be like the Lakers. I want to be like the Celtics. I want to be like the Spurs. We have one of the best centers of all time. Let's not waste his career. And as a Philadelphia 76er fan, we got to cheer for our players. I understand when they stink up the joint, play them. But we can't just trade all of our players in their prime just to get pieces back that we don't. Come on, first round picks don't mean nothing. We all know this. We all know this. But Joel Embiid, learn from Moses Malone. Learn from Julius Erving. Learn from Maurice Cheeks. Learn how to win. Because they didn't just beat any team. They beat one of the best teams of all time, the Lakers, when they had Magic Johnson and Kareem. Know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about this video. Let me know what you think. Did the process start then, or did it start in 2013? Thank you for vibing with me. I truly appreciate it. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button, and thank you for hitting that like button. I'm out.